Okay, so picture this. Two people starting at the exact same point in life. One decides to take the path of discipline, and the other, the path of comfort. Fast forward a few years, and one of them is living their absolute dream, while the other is just living with this shadow of regret. So let's break down why that one choice, well, it changes everything. And this is the choice, right here. Do you go for that short-term pleasure, which, let's be honest, almost always leads to long-term regret? Or do you embrace a little short-term discomfort for that long-term success and happiness? According to the great Napoleon Hill, getting this one simple choice right, that's the real secret to success. See, the thing is, without discipline, it doesn't matter how much talent or intelligence or opportunity you have. It all eventually goes to waste. You can think of it like a master key. It's the one thing that truly unlocks everything else, the one thing standing between you and your highest potential. It really all boils down to a single, powerful idea that Napoleon Hill captured perfectly. He framed it as this fundamental battle that every single one of us is fighting every single day of our lives. And there it is, you see, the real battle. It's not against the world out there. It's an internal one. It's you against your own weaknesses, your own temptations, your own desire for that immediate comfort. If you can't win that battle, you've already lost the war for your life. And what's so wild about this is how normal these things seem, right? You know sugar is bad for you, but that one extra bite of ice cream feels totally harmless. You've got a golden opportunity for your career, but a new episode on Netflix just feels so much more appealing. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, you're not just choosing comfort. You're actually actively choosing long-term pain and regret. You know, when we talk about discipline, most people's minds jump straight to a rigid schedule, waking up at 5 a.m., taking ice-cold showers, spending endless hours at the gym. And hey, while those things can definitely be part of it, true discipline, oh, it's something much, much deeper than that. And here it is. This is probably the simplest, most powerful definition you'll ever find. It's that inner force that pulls you out of bed to go study when all you want to do is sleep. It's that little voice that helps you choose a salad when your mind is just screaming for pizza. It's about taking action even when motivation is nowhere to be found. So here's the crucial part. Real discipline isn't just about what you do on the outside. It's about mastering your inner world. Because when you gain control over these 4 pillars, your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, and your time, you stop just reacting to life. You start commanding it. And that, my friends, is when your life becomes truly unstoppable. And I love this because it perfectly illustrates the best part about self-discipline. It's not some trait you're either born with or you're not. It's something you build. Every single time you resist that temptation, you're doing one more rep at the mental gym. Just like lifting weights makes your body stronger, practicing discipline makes your willpower stronger. But, you know, building that muscle takes more than just one trip to the gym. It takes consistency. Discipline is really only half of the equation. Success isn't some big, single event. It's a process that you build from all the small, seemingly insignificant things you do every single day. I want you to think about a single drop of water. All by itself, it's soft, it's harmless. But when that same little drop falls on the same spot on a stone again and again and again, it can literally carve a groove into solid rock. Well, your daily actions, they're those water drops. One small step might seem like nothing, but a million small steps, they can overcome any obstacle. And this is the magic of compounding in action. If you get just 1% better each day, by the end of the year, you're not 365% better, you're nearly 37 times better. That's insane, right? That is the exponential power of small, daily, consistent efforts. So many people quit because they don't see results right away, but the biggest rewards are always, always delayed. Thomas Edison is just the perfect example of this mindset. When somebody asked him about his 1,000 failures in inventing the light bulb, this was his response. He didn't see 1,000 failures. He saw 1,000 necessary steps. Consistency completely reframes what failure is. It's not a dead end. It's just one more step in the process, getting you that much closer to your goal. Okay, so I know a lot of people hear the word discipline, and they immediately think of a prison, of restrictions and sacrifice. But the truth? It's the complete opposite. Self-discipline isn't a cage. It is the only key to real freedom. Because let's be real, without it, you're not free. You're a slave. A slave to your impulses, to your bad habits, your addictions, and all your momentary cravings. Discipline is the very thing that liberates you from all of that. Just look at this comparison for a second. On one side, you're completely controlled by your appetites. On the other, you are in control of your life. See, real freedom isn't about doing whatever you feel like in the moment. That's not freedom. True freedom is having the power to choose your actions based on your long-term vision and to finally live life on your own terms. Okay, so how do we actually start building this muscle? Let's get practical with a real actionable plan. A really popular and powerful way to do this is the 21-day challenge. The whole idea is to focus intensely for just 3 weeks to start laying down those neural pathways for a new habit, to make it a part of who you are. So think of this like a structured journey, a roadmap. For 21 days, your only job is to follow the map. You start by laying the foundation, then you build momentum. You will face resistance, I can guarantee you that, but you'll push through it until that new way of being becomes your new automatic. So let's break it down even further. Your journey kicks off with these 3 critical steps. Day 1 is all about clarity. This is what Napoleon Hill famously called your definite chief aim. It's not some vague wish, it's writing down one specific, measurable goal. Day 2 is about faith. You have to feel it, see it, and live in the reality of your success before it even happens. And day 3, that's about planning. You create the map, breaking that huge goal down into small, daily, totally manageable actions. And in the end, it all comes down to this one question. Every single day, every choice you make is an answer. You are either consciously directing your story towards your goals, or you are unconsciously being enslaved by your habits and impulses. The choice, as it always is yours.